Hey y'all, I'm in the garage and we are going to do a quick seedling update. So we started some tomatoes, peppers, and eggplant with you all. I showed you guys what was growing inside in January, and I'm going to try to circle back around to as many of those things as possible today in this video. I'm gonna start with the peppers, and here are the Tabasco peppers we started on January 13th. We had them on seedling heat mats just until germination, which now that I think about it, I don't think I really specified. But once your seeds start germinating, once you get about 50% germination, you're gonna wanna go ahead and pull those off of your heat mat and make sure they get under some lights. Let me see, I think I've got more peppers going. We didn't start these on video. These were started on the 1st of February. And this is poblano and some cayenne. We've got a couple different pepper varieties going. So those are the peppers. Let's see, what else did you guys see? The hairy balls, gotten a lot of growth on them. I don't think those are frost tolerant, so those are in the garage for now. And we started some tomatoes. Here are the San Marzano. This is not the tray that I started with you all. Let me see if I can find the tray we started together. Amish paste. Well, since I'm talking about tomatoes, here are the Kellogg's Breakfast, Big Rainbow. Started on the 5th of February. Oh, you know what? I bet it's probably right here. All right, let's see. Oh, pineapple orange accordion. Okay. Cherokee purple, brandywine black. I think that's what we started on video. So here are those. These have recently just come off of the seedling heat mat, and the germination on this is honestly a little bit spotty, but if you look a little closer, there are still some seeds germinating. So that might fill in a little better, but as you can see, the technique definitely works. They're under the light to avoid becoming leggy, and we'll just give this tray a little bit more time to fill in. Okay, our eggplant has probably been the least eventful so far. This has been on the heat mat, but I had a few pop up, and I wanted to get those under some light. I don't really see a whole lot of germination in this tray, honestly, so I'm gonna leave it for now, and I may come back and try to sow some more eggplant because this germination was really, really poor, honestly. Here is the eucalyptus that you could hardly see in the last video about what was growing in January. So that's put on a lot of new growth, which is cool. And everything else is looking fairly full. We've got some violas. These are gonna be for sale in the farm stand here soon. What else? I sowed some Cosmos Super Bowl Sunday, I believe. Yep, so those are coming up. We've got Cosmos, I think, in 3 trays. So we've got 2 trays of Cosmos right here, and then another tray right here. Some lettuce. Some of this is going to be going to the garden, and some of this may be for sale up at the farm stand. And then here is some ageratum and blue lace flower. So that's a bit of an update on what's growing inside. It's not everything, but it's the bulk of it. Okay, now we're gonna go to the garden and check on some of the transplants that were in the garage the last time you saw them. We are actually working on getting some pasture grasses established all over the property for future grazing animals. We are actually going to be planting to bring sheep back on down the line. But right now we're working on getting our grasses established. So that includes making sure everything is properly graded and the seeds have soft surface for germination, and hopefully we will be getting those pasture mixes down in about a week or two. Here are the asters I showed you guys in the what's growing video in January. It started them early, wasn't sure if they were going to be frost hardy, but they needed to come out of those cell trays. So I actually have asters sort of sprinkled all over the place. I've got a little patch here, I've got some over there under the banana tree, and I put some around some willows we have growing. And we actually have had a frost since putting them out, and they tolerated that light frost fairly well. There is a little bit of frost damage on the leaves, but nothing that's going to set the plant back entirely. So I'm just leaving these. I actually sowed another round, which I told you guys about, and I'm going to show you those transplants. Okay, so here is the second round of asters that I started. I'm not sure these had even really germinated when I shot the video in January, but they have been transplanted out. We haven't really had a whole lot of frosts here lately. So if it's the case that the temps drop back down below 32, I do have some frost fabric and the ability to keep these covered. But so far that's about 100 asters in the garden. So we might start another round, but so far so good with those. Our scabiosa is out, our monarda is out. Like I said, some of these things are a little bit more frost sensitive, and the plan is just to come out and cover them if the temps drop back down. So this row hasn't been completed yet. I'll just be transplanting stuff out and just continue all the way down the row to the back fence as the transplants become available. If you follow along on Facebook, then you probably saw me make a quick pass down this front row right here of Bells of Ireland in the fall. And I was sort of just explaining to everyone that when you buy your local flowers, definitely take into consideration the fact that many of those flowers have been tended to and cared for all winter long, producing them and making sure they're planted at the proper time so that everyone has a nice variety of flowers and foliage to pick from. So all of this stuff that you see here in the middle was planted last year. Okay, I showed you guys these beds when we were planting our carrots and radishes. We've had quite a bit of rain here lately, but I just wanted to show you the radishes have germinated. Carrots typically take a little bit longer to germinate. It rained the day before yesterday, and this is looking dry enough to me that I'm going to make sure to water this before I get back inside. But I'll show you the other box. And again, we've got germination on those radishes. So that's a method that works quite effectively for us. All right, let's get these carrots watered. Not sure if you guys can see these little sprouts here, but it's always interesting to sort of walk around the garden and take notes on what I'm seeing, because while a lot of things say that eucalyptus is not frost hardy, this hasn't been killed back completely. So I think our lowest low was about 20, and I've got several different eucalyptus here that are showing some signs of frost damage, but also, I mean, I have some that looks perfectly fine. So what I'll probably do is leave these, cut back what needs to be cut back, and then come in, make sure they get a good feed in the springtime, and see if we can get some more cuts off of them. So just interesting, interesting observation. Also noticing that the mulberry tree is getting some new leaves on it. Spotted some radishes that are looking close to being done. We're having taco bowls tonight, so we'll add these to our dinner. Yep, we've got some radish.
Is this one done?
Do they look done?
Yes. They're done?
Yep. Do you want to pick?
Yeah.
So he's gonna pick some radishes. He's a fan. Do you see any more big ones? Let's see. Look, look, look. Over here, where do you see the pink?
This one?
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Okay, shake it off. Let's leave as much of the soil in here as we can.
I found a very big one.
Whoa, that is very big.
Very
Okay,
big.
why don't you get this last one, and that'll probably be enough for tonight.
Whoa.
Ooh, two. Cool.
Now we got two.
Okay, let's shake them off.
Too little.
Mm-hmm. Got a nice little harvest of radishes, which Sully just loves to eat sauteed with extra virgin olive oil, a little bit of salt. So we'll use these tonight. So one of the last things that I'm going to include in this video is the fact that it's time to pull some of our seeds that we needed cold stratified out of the fridge and get them planted. And hopefully they germinate, because this is the first time I've taken the time to cold stratify. So I'm really hoping this works. I'm back in the garage and I just pulled these plates out of the fridge. So we've got the Elegance Purple Lavender, Munstead Lavender. Some of these were supposed to come out a couple days ago. This is my makeshift Ziploc bag because I ran out of big bags. Got Globe Artichoke. Woo. Our Milkweed, English Lavender, and we've got some Zinger Hibiscus. This will be used for tea making. So these are all of the things that I am going to get ready to start in my seed starting trays. All right, guys, it's a couple days later. I have some potting mix. The seeds that were in the refrigerator have been sitting out in the garage for a couple of days, and we have some germination actually. So I'm gonna show you guys what that looks like. Okay, here is the Elegance Purple Lavender. I believe this is one we sowed on the video. And here are some of those seeds that have started to germinate. So what I'm going to do is sort of gently pick these seeds off of this tissue paper and get them into some potting mix. I've got a tray here filled with some potting mix, and I've added a little bit of vermiculite to this. This is actually one of my bottom water trays. Believe it or not, all of my 50 cell trays are full right now. So I'm just going to pop these seeds into this tray right here, which is a little bit of a risk if you have problems with like over or under watering, but I figure this is okay, because what I'm gonna do is I'm sort of just gonna tilt this tray up like this to the side to see if the water is pooling in the bottom or not. And this will keep me from having to fill, you know, a whole bunch of plastic cups with soil. I can just do this one tray, and I'm pretty sure it's less soil overall than filling like 20 of these little red Solo cups. So I've got some potting mix in this tray right here. It's already been watered, and here are my seeds. I should probably have tweezers, but I'm just gonna go for it. Got a pair of scissors, so I might use these. And okay, let's see. We're just gonna pick up these little seeds. Not sure if you can see that on the very end of the scissors. I'm just gonna set it right into the surface of the soil. I'm gonna keep going like that. This one's on. Oh, if you can see this. Well, it's on there. It's on the back side. And you're gonna see it right on the end of the scissors there. I'm just gonna set that right into the soil. It's kind of hard for me to hold the phone and keep track of where I'm placing the seeds. So I just wanted you guys to kind of see what was going on with this. If it continues to go well, I'll continue updating you guys. If it doesn't, I'll let you know what went wrong. I'm thinking that I'm going to be able to keep this moist better than I would if I put this tiny seed in this cup. All of the water is draining directly to the bottom, and I've got a little seed sitting right on the top there. So that's another reason why I decided to just go with this shallow tray for these seeds. All right, so here is our Munstead lavender. This went in the middle of January, and as you can see, we've got some germination on these seeds. So these will also get planted today. I might leave the English lavender, which is right here, in the bag for a couple more days, see if we can get these sprouted before I go putting them in the dirt. But so far, I mean, I'm pretty pleased with the cold stratification and these seeds germinating. Alrighty guys, I've got the Elegance purple lavender seeds in this tray, and I'm going to set this on a heat mat actually, between low and medium, just for a couple of days to really sort of wake up the rest of those seeds that haven't popped yet, aid in further germination. I'll update you guys as I hopefully get little seedlings of lavender. That's it for this video. Hope you enjoyed it, and I'll keep you guys posted. We'll see you soon. Bye.